What's going on, America? Welcome to Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. Before we get into this video, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel, just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble and the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. Now, with no further ado,
welcome to my party. We're just getting started.
Department of Housing and Urban Development. These are the numbers for the homeless population in each of your states. It is a big problem around the country.
Now, didn't Gavin Newsom know this before he decided to take the debate? This is unbelievable, man. That this dude would. Who advised him? They should be fired. I think it's a good idea, Gavin. I think you could take them. You sure? I mean, we got a lot of negative things going on out here. Hey, look, you're a smooth talker, Gavin. You're a smooth talker. Go out and do what you do. Talk smooth. So now, maybe he didn't realize that they got 172,000 homeless people out there. So let's see how he defends this.
In the state of California, it is 172,000. In Florida, it is 26,000.
That's a big difference.
I ask you, why the disparity? What are the policies you are implementing that is different from that of
liberal policies? There you go. The big disparity is me, because I'm a pretty much Marxist and I don't care about the people. I'm a liberal, which means I have no logic. Okay, if you ever heard of that, liberal logic is no logic at all. So that's the problem. So let's see. Here we go.
California's adopting leftist policies.
There you go.
Gavin Newsom was governor or mayor of San Francisco. He put out a 10-year plan like 20 years ago. He was going to end homelessness. Then a few years later, he had another plan. And now he says he's going to do, and it's only gotten worse. In the last 10 years in California, the homeless has gone up 45%.
Wow.
It's gone down in Florida 45%. But
now, see, that's the difference between liberal governing and conservative governing. I mean, think about the border. We have an extensive plan that we are executing it. We're taking it to the cartel, but it's getting worse. See, this is how Democrats govern. As they're telling you we got plans and we're putting things in place and we're working on this and that. But for some reason, everything that they say they got a plan for continues to get worse. What does that tell you? Your plan's not working. That's what that means. Your plan is not working. So how do you justify your plan if it's not working?
It's caused a huge problem with quality of life in California.
How?
The people that flee always bring up this. They've really empowered lawlessness and drug use. And, Gavin Newsom at one point tried to say that California was the freedom state. I just kind of laughed, like, you're locking people down, you're doing all this. Then I thought about it, California does have freedoms that some people don't, that other states don't. You have the freedom to defecate in public in California. You have the freedom to pitch a tent on Sunset Boulevard. You have the freedom to create.
All he could do is sit there and look at his whole career getting flushed down the toilet. His wife is out there like that black dude in Rocky IV, where he was like, throw the towel, throw the dang towel. They out there like, get him out of there. He's killing you. Nuisance, he's killing you. So, yeah. Lots of freedoms out there in California, and none of them protect the rights of normal, regular citizens. Isn't that funny? I've seen the freedom to run into stores and loot and steal stuff, as long as it's under, I guess, $800 or $900. Yep. I've seen the right to stop right there in the middle of the street, pull the pants down to the knees, sit there right in the middle of the street. Yeah. What are you looking at? Don't look that way at me. I've seen the right to do that. I've seen some crazy rights out there in California. And all Newsoms can sit there and do and say, how did I get myself into this? What was I thinking?
A homeless encampment under a freeway and even light it on fire. You have the freedom to have an open air drug market and use drugs. You have the freedom, if you're an illegal alien, to get all these taxpayer benefits. So those are freedoms. They're not the freedoms our founding fathers envisioned, but they have contributed to the destruction of the quality of life in California.
You see, you see him look over there like this? Therefore, when I lift my eyebrow like that, that should totally distract everyone away from me getting thrashed right here on national TV. Don't forget, when in doubt, look at my eyebrow. No, that eyebrow's not going to get you out of this mess. Let's continue.
And the results speak for themselves. People are leaving the state because they have failed in addressing the homeless population.
We are investing unprecedented resources, more accountability. We've gotten 68,000 people off the streets, close to 6,000 encampments we've gotten off the streets. We've also invested in unprecedented resources in reforming our behavioral health system. Ron has literally the worst mental health system in America, forgive me, outside of Mississippi and Texas. And so with all due respect to being lectured on some of these topics, Ron DeSantis is not the one I'm going to be listening to.
Oh, boy. Oh, nuisance. You're setting yourself up for the uppercut. Set up for the uppercut. So now he decides to tout his record and all the stuff they're doing that ain't working. So now all of a sudden we have to take a look at the Dookie Map.
In response, well, I'm looking at total time. Governor DeSantis,
look,
about 2 minutes.
He needs it.
This is a map of San Francisco. There's a lot of plots on that. You may be
Even Nuisance is laughing. He's like, oh, here I'm about to get it. Yeah, I forgot about the Dookie Map. So, boy, I tell you, man, somebody did not do their research. They didn't sit back and say, all right, now look, he's probably going to bring up the Dookie Map. You need a response to the Dookie Map. But his response is to laugh at it. Boy, this is funny, man. I can't even believe they really had this. I didn't even know they had one of these out there. When he pulled it out, I thought it was a Rorschach test. Like, what am I looking at here? What do you see when you see this? Is that butterfly? Maybe. Oh, wait, no, that's Dookie. That's Dookie.
And you may be asking, what is that plotting? Well, this is an app where they plot the human feces that are found on the streets of San Francisco. And you see how almost
that map was filled up. The whole thing was brown. That means all of San Francisco is Dookie.
the whole thing is covered, because that is what has happened in one of the previous greatest cities this country's ever had. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a communist dictator comes to town. Then they cleaned up the streets. They lined the streets with Chinese flags. They didn't put American flags there.
Wow.
They cleaned everything up. So they're willing to do it for a communist dictator, but they're not willing to do it for their own people.
Man, he just got hit with 2 uppercuts. I've never seen anybody give you a double uppercut. Bing. So not only did Gavin Newsom not take in consideration, just a few weeks ago, he was out there during a press conference talking about the reason we're cleaning up. I know some might think it's because we got dictators and stuff coming in town. And that's true. We are cleaning up because we got visitors coming in town. Otherwise, it would have remained Dookie all over the streets. So now, not only did he just allow himself to be vulnerable to a Dookie Map showing how much feces is covering San Francisco. They plot these out. That's hilarious. But then secondly, it shows that he's a raggedy, and I mean a raggedy governor. For him to clean that mess up only because somebody is coming in town shows he cares nothing about the people. Absolutely nothing. So he's looking bad all around. Now I know his wife's over there in the corner going, "Oh, who talked dang on Gavin into this? I told him not to do it.